after the presentation, I always skip this slide. I want you guys to know something. All my friends always called me a dreamer. They still call me a dreamer. They're always like, you're always up in the sky. You're always up. You think that, you know, the world lives with love. It's all love. And it's always about these beautiful things. And they always tell me, those dreams are so impossible. What are you talking about? You're crazy. All this crap you talk. But in my mind, I can see it. I understand it. And I know it's possible. And I want you guys to look at this on the left side. This is my wife. When we first met, got our first apartment. That apartment was about 200 square feet. She's standing in the middle of the apartment, and right behind her is our bed. Don't ask how I convinced her to get 2 motorcycles in the middle of our apartment. I'd get on, I'd start them, I'm like, run, 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 run. I'm like, smell that gas. Smell that adrenaline, it's amazing. Girl, I love you. But we never thought it was impossible. We believed it. And we look at what's possible today. We made it possible. We stayed there. We stayed committed. We talked a lot about today, about never giving up, about always staying committed. You always fall, right? It's never just an easy thing. Is it easy? No, it's hard. It's hard. I'll be the first to tell you, it's flipping hard. And there's so many times that we wanted to give up, but we never did. I found so many times, you know, society wanted me to think this way, to think a certain way. And that isn't the way I thought. And I feel like you guys are here for a reason. That you guys are here because you want something bigger. You want something more. You want to give more to your family, more to your community, to contribute bigger to your community. And that's the way I always felt. I always looked at, you know, I was painting these colorful things and beautiful things, and people were saying, man, I remember my wife one time goes, it's so funny how everybody just wants you to go get a job. Just stop doing that dreaming stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know how to get a job. I think I'm unemployable. I think they'd fire me the next day because I want too big of things. I don't live in the box. And so I want you guys to understand something, that you're here because I feel like that's the way you are. Does everybody feel that? Yeah. This is a celebration tonight of that. This is a celebration of you, of us. And so I wanted to play a quick video when everybody told me it's not possible. You can't do it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You're going to run out of money. It's too hard. It's too technical. It's too this. Where's your degrees? Where's the... And I kept saying, I don't care. This is where we're going. And we're going to continue to go there. So I want to show you... That's right. Hell yes, let's talk it! So I want to show you these people and these naysayers and these negative people of where we've come.
So tokenization is a way to bridge the gap between a brand, a mission, a purpose, and help people start to collaborate. It's about the world's first $1 trillion blockchain platform. Pretty bold, right? $1 trillion. Woo!
Just like the domains I talked
Yes.
Your blockchain and Bitcoin.
Yes.
But in this case, how are you using it?
More utility. So for us, we really feel like we're a voice of all entrepreneurs around the world. How do you open up global e-commerce?
One of my mentors told me a long time ago, he goes, Eric, all those stumbles, he goes, it's not how you line up, it's how you wind up. It's not how you line up, it's how you wind up. So wherever you're at right now, just understand, this is just, it's a journey. This is creating your chapters. This is something beautiful in your life. Look at that. Who would have ever imagined that? NASDAQ? New York Stock Exchange? I'll tell you what, I was today and I got a little emotional. You know, speaking at the UN Summit for Global Social Impact. 300 of the most amazing people. Yes, thank you. 300 of the most amazing people, and all they're thinking about was, how do we contribute more to the world? How do we help more people in the world? It was surreal, looking back at all these people going, how did I ever get here? It's possible. So I want you guys to know tonight, the world is changing. I want to make sure that you guys are very clear on the cycles. Every 10 years we have cycles that happen. In the 1990s, it was businesses and going to the personal computers. These were businesses taking over, or personal computers taking over humans' jobs. People actually being replaced and jobs being replaced by personal computers. Then we went to the year of the 2000s. 2000s was the World Wide Web. Local businesses going to online addresses and being able to go to a global world. Then we went to the 2010s. 2010s was the era of the mobile phones, of the apps. Over 5 billion cell phones, mobile phones around the world. And the next era, we believe, and you're seeing it all over, you're hearing blockchain everywhere, right? It's the era of the blockchain. And the reason why that is because there's too much chaos. The World Wide Web, what do you believe anymore? I go and Google anything, there's a billion things that come up. There's so much noise, so much chaos. And we believe that it's very hard to understand who to trust anymore. Well, blockchain is all about data that's irreversible. It's open ledger, it's open, it's not centralized, it's all of us, every one of us. We are all a part of the blockchain. Every one of our computers are connected. It's all an open ledger. All you got to think about of blockchain is just an open ledger that we can see every transaction, everything going on around the world, and we all are a part of it. We all are the core of it. So tonight, we celebrate NASGO, a blockchain platform. And there's so many different uses of blockchain, but I wanted to highlight tonight two. And one was, and the reason why these artists are here, is we wanted to celebrate them for being innovators and disruptors in the music industry. Because we want to ensure fair compensation for content creators. Yes. The second is social impact. We want to make sure the days of, I think we all saw that those days are over after Haiti. There are billions of dollars after a catastrophe, and you go over to Haiti and wonder, these people are still on the street, like, where'd all the money go? Went into the government. Okay? Nobody knows where it goes. Those days are legacy. The new world of donations and social impact is all of the charities, all of these missions and movements are held accountable. It's open ledger. We can see how much did they receive. How much did they pay out? And where did it go? How powerful is that? So I want to talk about music. Let me tell you about the legacy model. So as you can see up here, you had an artist that would take and give up their future royalties and publishing rights to get the album funded by the record label. Then you had the label controls the release of the project. And you had the labels then took that and promoted out to the fans and got the music sold. But then you got the streaming platforms taking a cut. You had producers, you had all these people, all these businesses, the intermediaries, all taking their cut. And it would finally get down to, then the label takes their cut, and there is left that small percentage back to the musician. And that was something, connecting up with many of the top producers and musicians, Jimmy Thomas, all these people that said, hey, there's a broken model here. This blockchain can really change it. And so we're excited about a new tokenized model. This is a way to where artists can raise the funds selling tokens. So Michaela, Kelly, Jafar, it's like a PBS commercial. Hey, this is all supported by you. You can be a part of their movement, of their albums. And for doing that, you get tokens for the future albums, and ringtones, and private events, and VIP events, promotional items, all of those types of things. And now you've got an artist that uses those funds to create their album, but they keep those rights. Then they go out to the streaming, and we have all of the platforms today for the artists to go direct to the fans. And then you've got fans sharing that with other people and getting more tokens. Did you see how efficient that was? Did you see how we closed the gap and made the artist right connected with what the fans and followers are doing? Do you like that? Yeah. All right, so everyone, we just celebrated today, we had 100 businesses, artists, local businesses, global businesses, today come on stage and talk about why they got tokenized and what this is going to do for their business and bridge the gap between their fans and followers. So social impact on our blockchain, this is a really important thing. Social impact is a major thing and a major passion for Steve and I. We talked about today that we want to be the largest donator to building schools. We want to build 1 million schools. So here's something very unique, is that on our blockchain, Steve and I, when we built it, we created one delegate that every 17 minutes, it creates a reward. It creates 50 of our tokens, NSG tokens, as a reward. And we take that and we donate it to a charity. So imagine, here's a system, here's an open ledger system so everybody can see it, that donates to a charity every 17 minutes. No human bias, greed, none of this. How amazing is that? So tonight, I wanted to actually recognize 3 charities that we are giving this month that are featured. We're giving to multiple charities, but 3 that we want to recognize is, number 1, the Pink Fund. Molly, are you here? Oh, she had to go? Okay. So the Pink Fund, Molly McDonald, we are giving 20,000 NSGs to the Pink Fund. Is Jimmy Thomas here? Oh, he's probably up in the booth. There's another 20,000 that we're giving to Jimmy Thomas, to DSA, which is Do Something Athletic. We love, you're going to find, we're always giving to the kids. That to us is super, it's personal, and it's something that we're super passionate about. And we're also giving $20,000 to Leaf Rocks. Anna Rothwell, are you here? Jeez, they're so appreciative. I'm just about to get a glass of wine or something. Okay. And another $20,000 to Leaf Rocks, that are all the high school kids around the world that are learning how they can go out there and have a bigger voice, shooting videos, doing mentorship. This is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. I want you guys to know, everything that you're seeing here, we just launched March 19th. This is 4 to 5 months. Give me another 4 to 5 months. We have the most amazing community. ShareNode. What's up, you guys? I love you guys. I've never today, the passion you guys have for building something just massive and beautiful in the world. I just want to tell you guys thank you. Really appreciate that passion. So many of my friends, we talk about, and they're going to laugh about this. One night, we were all hanging out, and I went around to all of their wrists, and I grabbed a pen, and I wrote a watch. You guys remember this? Toad's like, yep. I wrote a watch, and I put time. And I said, I want you guys to know time is your most valuable asset. Don't waste it. This is something that you can't get it back. So when you make decisions, when you do things in your life, just remember, time is your most valuable asset. That as you're here tonight, I believe there's a reason why you were here. There's a reason why you spent the time. You could be a million other places, but you're here. And I want you guys to recognize that, it's something that I think this video, will say it all. I mean, here's one of the greatest innovators of our time, Mr. Steve Jobs. And so do you not think that, here's a guy with all the money in the world, do you think that he wouldn't give that all away to be back? Right? So I want you to watch this, and I want to come back on, and I want to bring Steve, my partner, to talk and just introduce him. And I want you guys to understand, we celebrate you. All right?
For the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had a scan at 7:30 in the morning, and it clearly showed a tumor on my pancreas. I didn't even know what a pancreas was. The doctors told me this was almost certainly a type of cancer that is incurable, and that I should expect to live no longer than 3 to 6 months. My doctor advised me to go home and get my affairs in order, which is doctor's code for prepare to die. It means to try and tell your kids everything. You thought you'd have the next 10 years to tell them in just a few months. It means to make sure everything is buttoned up so that it will be as easy as possible for your family. It means to say your goodbyes.
Don't waste it. We celebrate you tonight. Each of you are here celebrating this, all of us together. And I want you guys to realize, you know, as you leave, as you look at what's the next era of what's going on, just remember, time. I got to make that decision. I got to make that time to do what I want to do today. So I want to invite Steve Chang, the other co-founder of NASGO, up on the stage. And I want you to give him a big round of applause and have him say some words.